I'm on the Tom Aspinall train. But we don't know what he looks like in deep waters.
No, it's true.
We don't know what he's going to look like. Let's say John takes him down over and over, and we're into the 4th round. What's the explosiveness looks like? What's the footwork look like? Does he get flat-footed? Because he is a heavyweight.
Yeah.
Does he get tired? Does he, we just don't know. And even Tom, this is what I love about him, he goes, I want that. I'm looking for that guy to drag me into deep waters. I encourage that. I'm looking for that. No one's been able to do it. I want that in my life. Now, I think if he beats John, it's probably in the first, second round. He clips him and he fucking knocks him out. So I don't know if there is a guy that's going to drag him in deep waters.
Does John Jones,
it could be a Francis, maybe, but again, he gets Francis down, talking about high-level black belt. Francis is a blue belt at best. I don't know.
What we know of John Jones as a human, does John Jones tap, or is he going to sleep and letting you break his arm?
You're not. Yeah, John's jiu-jitsu is so good, dude.
He is. It's way more underrated.
Gordon Ryan. Yeah. Ask Gordon how good his jiu-jitsu is. Because Gordon I'll catch him in something, and then it's Gordon Ryan, dude, the greatest of all time. And then he goes, and then once I tap him that, it will never be available.
Doesn't happen again. Yeah.
He goes, it's just he just takes it away.
Maybe it's not even an opportunity.
And that's Gordon Ryan. So it's like, if you're looking for those guillotines, those ankle locks, he's seen it all, man.
Is that what you're
I don't think Tom submits him, not a chance.
Is what you're talking about with, like, he is a heavyweight, does he get flat-footed in round 3? Is that one of the other reasons why people need to wrap their head around how fucking awesome Cain Velasquez was? Because granted, he wasn't a big heavyweight, but still, that was a guy who wanted to drag others into deep water and never got tired. It was fucking amazing.
Listen, as far as, credentials, records go, strength of all that stuff. If you gave me one heavyweight, you said he had to represent Earth versus fucking Mars if they had a UFC, and you have to one heavyweight up from all the generations, one heavyweight, and Mars started their fucking own fight league up there, and you only get one to represent Earth.
Yeah,
and I could only one in the prime. It's Cain Velasquez.
Prime
Cain Velasquez beats the brakes off Fedor, beats the shit out of Francis.
Yeah,
you name it. There's never been a heavyweight who had the quick hands, the chin, the fucking wrestling. The boxing was fucking wild. And the pace.
Yes.
Dude, the pace.
Insane.
Now, I trained with Daniel Cormier, and I was like, dude, and I had good cardio. I was known for my cardio. DC melted me, dude. Yeah. Where I was like, holy fuck, dude.
Olympic wrestling.
And I asked DC, I go, you do this to Kenny? He goes, complete opposite. He melts me, dude. I'm like, and I almost had to fight that fucking guy.
Who's the homie who runs the gym up there in San Jose?
Javier
Vasquez. Yeah. His stories about when Cain came to and he's like, okay, sure, wrestler kid, whatever, go over there. He's like, do 1,000 kicks, and then you can to be a dick, like thinking that no one's gonna. And then Cain came back. He's like, okay, what now? He's like, oh, okay, this guy's different.
Freak of all freaks.
I went to a seminar with that Cain did at Gracie Humaita at Tim's Academy, and he's one of those guys that we were talking about. There's some dudes that there's a darkness there. You understand why they got into cage fighting. Then there's some people you're so nice. How do you have this other side of it?
Cain not have that.
Cain is so nice. He's so nice that it turned around again. I was like, are you a Bond villain?
Yeah.
He was so nice to me.
Are you gonna murder everybody after this? You're just trying to be super friendly?
I'm a fucking scrub. Kyle Kingsbury was there helping him, and
he's awesome too.
Kyle's great.
Josh Thompson, I'm sure, was there.
And
they're all super friendly.
Who was the heavyweight in the octagon? Unfortunately, his career didn't pan out very well, but his physique we'd never seen shit. Todd Duffy was there too.
Yeah,
and freak. But Cain would, and now the thing's over, and Cain gives a speech, and everybody claps, and thank you so much for Cain. Tim's there. He's like, thank everyone. Thank Cain, everyone, for his time, and we all, and he talked to us about being successful in life and the whole thing. And then after, I didn't even fucking ask. He walks up back to me. He's like, let me give you a little bit more detail on the stuff we were working on, because I was asking questions, and there's 50 people there, and he fucking starts rolling with me. Awesome. I'm like, guy. You are the nice, and he talks like this.
Yeah, he's so soft spoken.
And I'm like, are you?
And also, not like if you stood him next to Francis or Tom Aspinall, who's massive, like those two are much better. You're like, He has narrow shoulders, not very muscular, no definition. He had big legs and ass, but kind of a tummy. Looked like he never benched before. The brown pride tattoo might give a hint he's a badass. But in general, you're like, hey, he's a fucking head like a Rottweiler.
Yeah.
Shoulders like a teenage chick. Are you serious?
If you saw
and
him,
he would beat the shit.
Kick your dick.
Remember what he did to Junior Dos Santos in that picture where Kane's coming down and Junior's face just melts under the glove.
And Junior's a G.
And
Like,
Junior's
we're
a
not talking
badass
about.
at
We're
that
not talking
point.
about.
So here's one of the unfortunate things about Cain Velasquez. You remember when it was one of the biggest fights ever? It was the first time UFC was on Fox. They did Cain Velasquez versus JDS.
Do I remember? That was the
JDS
only
starches him.
fight on the show. The whole rest of the card was not
just that.
televised on
It was
Fox.
just that.
It was going to be the unveiling
And
of
it lasted
UFC on
like
Fox.
fucking however many seconds?
JD Junior caught him.
The shame in that fight that most people don't know is Cain Velasquez was so compromised and didn't want to fight.
Oh.
His team didn't want him to fight. He didn't want to fight. And the UFC brass like, nah, bitch, this is on Fox. Get your shit together.
That sucks. Because he made it because I believe they fought again twice.
Yeah.
And we're talking.
Did you see what happened?
Different level of ass kicking.
Dude, the face. I remember that picture.
But he changed JDS's DNA forever.
And how tough is JDS? Because that was like
Prime JDS.
genuinely uncomfortable to watch, like that level of ass kicking.
Yeah.
And also on Brock, that was an ass kicking.
my God.
That was
Oh
an
my God.
ass kick. He beat him up like schoolyard ass kicking.
Took him down.
I couldn't believe
Single
that
leg
shit.
fucking ran the pipe.
Yeah, there's that. That's the picture, man.
If
That one is like etched in my memory.
if you have to pick one guy, if you have to pick one guy to represent Earth for heavyweights in the prime, it's Cain Velasquez.
That makes
He's
sense.
The greatest.
That's an
to ever do it.
absolutely great choice because, and also really, especially for heavyweight, he was so complete. Yeah, obviously wrestling was what got him to the dance, but his footwork and his cardio and his ability, he could submit guys if need be. I mean, he was such a complete fighter, man. He was really I
he's
was
the
a
best.
big fan.
The best.
But
Best to ever do it.
and then also like then there, but
He's supposed to get out in January from prison.
Kane's complete, right? Good. But then there was like prime Uberim, where then that also gets my dick hard. Like the idea of like someone who can just ding ding, and then everyone's like, oh shit! And then that when he kicked Brock in the chest,
Best
in
physique ever.
the stomach,
In the stomach, and he knew he had
Brock's like,
stomach,
oh.
and he knew he had a stomach issue.
And he's
You know
just
how
like
savage
standing
that
there,
is?
like, "Wah."
And he's built like a fucking Greek god. That dude.
Anthony Rumble Johnson, prime Anthony.
Sure.
Where it's like, okay, what the fuck's gonna?
But dude, Uberim, juiced Uberim is by far the best looking, most, and you're talking at the time too, the most talented striker in the world, and he's on juice.
Devastating, yeah.
Fuck off.
No, he was-
He's like 170 pounds now.
And here's what
He's
people,
tiny.
he's like vegan or some shit,
Yeah.
run for governor. But here's the thing that's weird too. Also, phenomenal jiu-jitsu. His guillotine is fucking world class.
What Uberim
You
did?
shouldn't have to use it.
What Alistair Overeem did in learning his jujitsu is what Damian Maya should be like. Let me think of a better example.
What are you saying?
For someone to be that, essentially, he was a professional kickboxer. And to have the
K1.
progress of where he got to with his jiu-jitsu, like again, is he winning ADCC? No, but to grow the way he did was amazing. Like I don't know if I can think of someone who's gone the opposite direction.
Such a savage.